Jake Maaske. Today is Wednesday, May 27th, 2026, and welcome to the Debateless News Rundown. Hope you're enjoying your short week, got past that Memorial Day hangover. Check out our website, debateless.com. Follow us at Debateless. Drop a comment. What do you like? What do you love? Got a relatively brief rundown for you today. General theme is great replacement, it seems. I mean, my favorite, but I guess the news oracles just insisted on it. 3 judges block the new Alabama congressional map. Paxton demolishes Rhino Cornyn by over 25 points. What's next for Texas? It's weird. A very strange anti-American rally is coming to Frisco, Texas that has caught a lot of social media attention. And an updated outlook on great replacement has been making the rounds. And let it start with Alabama. Another state looking to redistrict itself, one of several states that have been looking towards a new map. 3 judges blocked the state from achieving its goal, ruling it as racially discriminatory. The state of Alabama has now turned to the SCOTUS, the Supreme Court of the United States, to restore the proposed map, an attempt to tell the lower court basically to just kick rocks. Here's just a side note. Isn't it funny how we're all Americans, nothing else, until we aren't? Racial discrimination. What? Thought we were all Americans. Are we basing congressional districts by race now? Is that the era of great replacement that we're at? Is that where we're headed? I know this district is within the Black Belt, from Baltimore to New Orleans. Point that out because it isn't even those of African descent that threaten the great replacement. Their numbers are relatively stagnant. I mean, they might be if they didn't kill each other so much. I mean, they just love themselves some abortion. I mean, healthcare. They love healthcare. They really love it. Anyway, Alabama is one of many states partaking in this national realignment. I'm sure the final result will be everywhere, just as it was for Tennessee when theirs passed, Virginia when theirs failed, and when Rhino losers in Indiana didn't pass theirs. To Texas. We love Texas. Paxton embarrasses Rhino John Cornyn with a crushing 28-point victory. Paxton was only just recently endorsed by Trump last week. He will square off against Democrat nominee James Tallarico. And oh boy, is this Beto O'Rourke Part 2? Quite the consequential race. And it's a long way to November. So let's look at these guys. Paxton, he wants a strong border, wants to combat great replacement, great anti-DEI, combated human trafficking while he was Attorney General. The biggest hits on him is that he's accused as an adulterer, got impeached from the Texas House of Representatives a while back, and was indicted on 3 felony charges of fraud in 2015 that got dropped in 2024. That's your heat on Paxton. And then, oh man, we got Chuck E. Cheese, James Tallarico checking in. Dude is Goyim personified. Where do I even start with this dude? He said that the border should be like a welcome mat. Very pro great replacement. He had literally sent out guides for illegals on how they can avoid ICE. Great start. He ran a non-meat campaign in 2022. Like, how the fuck are you going to win Texas by being anti-meat? Like, it's a meat place, man. I mean, you know those ticks that make you allergic to dairy and red meat? I bet those get him going. Oh, where else? When asked what he loves beside his family and friends, who's in 3rd place, he answered with trans children, because of course, why not? Like, we're already headed down this path, aren't we? He also regularly straight up bastardizes the Bible. Jesus supposedly taught him how to reckon with his whiteness via a painful process. So white guilt has consumed him. Mother Mary supposedly taught him that abortion is morally acceptable. Sure. And he's claimed that God is non-binary. Like, who the fuck is this guy? Where do they find these people? Like, this ain't your grandfather's Democrat Party anymore. They make these people in a lab in whatever the opposite of Agartha is. It just goes to show how garbage of a candidate Jasmine Crockett was. Good riddance. Like, are there any normal people left on the left? Did they get all, like, one shot by a goy beam during COVID? Like, what could be the case here? Like, I get it. Paxton isn't Mr. Perfect, not even close. But how is this a real person? let alone a candidate. I guess I never said politics is pretty. It's a fucking freak show, man. Speaking of freak shows, boy, I got one for you. Like, what the hell even is this? I'll get out of the way. What am I looking at here? Oh, I guess I can tell you. Zwi, I think that's how you pronounce it. Mohammed, because of course, is hosting the Rally Against Rednecks. Hell yeah, brother. In Frisco, Texas, of all places. Frisco, of course, has seen a large influx of Asians in recent history. Can we fix that, by the way? We need to be more specific when it comes to geographical identifiers. You know, we got East Asia, South Asia, Central Asia, West Asia. It's not that hard. Because I know it isn't Japanese people that have moved there in mass. Like, I thought this was a shit post at first. I didn't even think it was real. Apparently it is. Like, absolutely brutal graphic, given the vast amount of talent they supposedly bring here. Like, the funniest part about this is they have the flags next to each other, too. The Pakistani and the Indian. They think they're going to get along, the Pakis and the Indians. Like, they hate each other. Their home countries threaten each other with nukes every other year. It's such a random assortment of country. It's just basically an anti-white rally. But that's the thing. They think that when they outnumber whitey, they're all going to hold hands and gang up on us all together. Like, no, dude. You will fight each other more than ever before. They hate each other far than we loathe them. Like, there are studies to prove this. There are studies to prove that white people are the least racist of all peoples. They wouldn't be here in the first place if that wasn't the truth. Like, the fatigue, man. The fatigue of Indians specifically, constantly gloating about how much better they are while simultaneously begging for acceptance from us. But here's a thought. We'll do a little thought experiment. Imagine if we just straight up swapped places. The Indians get shiny first world Texas with everything already built for them, and the Americans get polluted shit infested India with poor infrastructure. What country do you think will be in better shape within 50 years? The sloppy mess given to the world builders, or the already finished world given to the ones who created the sloppy mess? We've seen this in South Africa, actually. The country is actively devolving back into that of a third world country. But I'd put my money on American India being the bee's knees, and everyone would come knocking on our door trying to get in, just as they do now. Well, Indian America will be the location of an empire long gone in decay. Like I said yesterday, literally was talking about this yesterday, about everyone's favorite roach, Hassan Piker. Every foreigner who aggressively countersignals America while living in America fears getting kicked out more than anything else. There was a headline yesterday that said Indians were stranded in India like it was a wooden raft with only biscuits and piss-infested water on it. But they fear having to go back to India. Because it sucks. Once you get a taste of the high life, you never want to go back. I get it. But we are the example of excellence. Not you. You're a guest here. And it unfortunately seems like you've forgotten. Remember, I wouldn't go so hard on you if you just showed a teensy bit of respect. Like, that's all I'm asking for. Just a little respect. Maybe we can get along better. But no, you have to hold some stupid random rally, the anti-redneck rally, because we're all just a bunch of hicks in Frisco, in the land you've already started to make some ground on. Anyway, the shit-slinging festival will be on June 2nd. I will definitely be covering how that goes, by the way. I honestly can't wait. And finally, this has been The Buzz. Perfect way to wrap this baby up. Now, this has been posted all over social media as breaking news, as if I didn't talk about this last week, as if I also couldn't have told you about this, 6 years ago. Probably someone else could have told me about it decades ago. But yes, non-whites will become the majority in America by 2050. 2050 is the mark. That is the era where we will know if the United States of America is still standing or not. Because I guarantee you, that will not be the case if nothing changes. This is why Trump is making it more difficult to get green cards, why the border has been on lockdown with net zero migration, and why many of the youth on the right, or as I like to call it, the new right, are still unsatisfied and want a more and faster mentality on deportations. This is what it's all about. Unfortunately, many of our elders are mostly asleep at the wheel or just straight up don't give a fuck. You know, oh, I'm not going to be here. I don't care, they say with 4 children and 12 grandchildren. It's because they lived in a different America. And some of them think we're still there. We're not. The America of the 20th century is long gone, and it's up to the youth to bring it back on track again. Gotta bring us back on track. Again, immigration alone isn't inherently a bad thing, but a too large of inflow will rip a country apart root and stem. There will be no national culture, there will be no national unity, there will be no stars and stripes. It will be a dogfight of racial tribalism on all stages, and I promise you, you do not want that. And I'm telling you, man, nothing we do internationally matters if great replacement happens domestically. Soldiers fighting in wars overseas will come back to an unrecognizable home and wonder what the hell they've been fighting for, why they weren't stationed here at home, and why they're moving into small enclaves to escape the madness, because that's what it will be. We'd be in little pockets. Also, look at this. Here. Look at this. Look at this. What state don't you see? Because it lists the states off here. Eventually, I gotta. Oh. Uh-oh. The guy running it doesn't know what he's doing. Where'd it go? Oh, well. Nebraska's not on there. My home state is not on there. Like, gee, I wonder where all the people are gonna move if this happens. Yeah. I don't want that. I don't want morons who approved or didn't fight Great Replacement coming over to fuck us over too. I could keep going, but I gotta save some of this when I go over Great Replacement on Disclosed Nation. I gotta at least save some material for it. I can't give it all away right now on Great Replacement Day. I gotta wait. But anyway, that's the Great Replacement news segment. That's what we got. The future is now, old man. Your son is gonna grow up and be a damn patriot. Never doom. If you are worried about Gen Z, do not look at Gen A. Gen A is going to be absolutely insane. Fire me up. The youth are waking up. Have a great rest of your evening. Follow us on Debateless on X, Rumble, YouTube, and Facebook. And of course, stay blessed.